Hey everybody, welcome to Mailday Part 3. So I think this theme is eBay and Amazon, which Amazon doesn't always get great stuff, at least in terms of, surprise, this is much cheaper than it should be, and it actually got to you in one piece. We actually had some more movies from Amazon, but we're not showing them off on these videos because they came kind of banged up. So here's the stuff that arrived in good shape. So first, we're starting with Vestron Video's Warlock, which was, for some reason, $11 a while ago. I think I ordered this at the beginning of April, and it came... No, I ordered this around the end of March, and it came almost the end of April. So, pretty delayed, but it still has the slipcover, which blew my mind, and Vestron Video titles are typically pretty pricey, so $11 for this was crazy. So I couldn't really say no. I think it's... How many movies are in this? Yeah, 3. I've never seen any of this series, but I've been told it's good, so that'll have to do. So also, now I think I have the entire Vestron Video line. Which I was missing that, and then 3 other titles, and the other one's in the mail. But moving on. So I had been wanting to find, I'd preferred to find this used, but it never ever shows up. So this is Tobe Hooper's Crocodile, which is kind of a, I want to say low rent monster movie, but after having watched it again, I can't really say that because it's much better than I remembered it being. So I ended up kind of having to pay a bit of a premium on this, like it was $10, which kind of high, but at the same time, it was tough to find a copy of this. It doesn't exist on Blu-ray, and seeing it again, it's a much better movie than I remembered, especially in terms of effects. Like, it has really bad CGI. Like, the few scenes that are CGI, it is noticeable. It is video game, it is PS1 cutscene bad in terms of, like, computer CGI effects. And I completely forget the term mid-sentence. But it also has... Most of the scenes, however, are done with a practical crocodile by... I think K&B did the crocodile in this. And it looks amazing! Like, it's just... The problem with the CGI is that it's, like, so sharply, obviously CGI. Like, there are scenes where they couldn't use the practical crocodile, and it kind of brings the fun to a bit of a halt, but at any rate, I'm going off too much. It's a pretty awesome movie, and I'm really happy to have it in my collection at last, especially since 2 years of hoping to find a used copy, did not do me any good. I just wish it had been like a little bit cheaper, especially for a DVD, because that's $10 for a DVD is pretty steep. And then we have our next, now moving on to our eBay stuff. So eBay is surprisingly good for getting things affordably. Well, brand new things rather than used. So one big account had a bunch of new stuff on sale, and so this is the umbrella import of Razorback. So I think it says, oh no, it says all region on the back. And it actually is all regions, so this plays in my Xbox One from North America. And I haven't finished watching it yet, so I went through the still gallery, which is a half-hour long, and oh boy, they pack... Umbrella packs a lot of stuff onto their releases. So there were about a dozen reviews for Razorback from, like, different magazines, newspaper clippings, kind of you name it. And they stuffed those into the presentation. Now, you couldn't read all of them because some of them were scanned in pretty blurry, which, big oof, mistake there, guys. But seeing all the different posters for Razorback was pretty cool, and the other features looked really solid as well. So I'm looking forward to really finishing this up. So it also comes with reversible art, which I haven't reversed because the reversible art is just like all photo. Let me see if I can get out here without like denting it up or anything. Yeah, it's kind of tight in there. But yeah. So I especially like the poster on the back. I think it's pretty sweet. But the only reason I hadn't flipped it is because I need this information like presentable. But oh, it's so cool. Well, when I finish watching it, I'll probably flip it. But oh man. So Razorback is an awesome movie. So I'm really happy I finally have a good copy of it. And now these next two are kind of well, they're pretty wild. So, and they all came from the same shipment too. So, this is the Mimic 3-film set. So I think the first one was done by Guillermo del Toro, which I had this thing with like bugs and roaches. I do not like those kinds of movies. I do not like bugs. Well, specifically roaches. Roaches, yarg. I have a fairly severe phobia of roaches, largely from childhood experiences. I think I was like 3 and I stepped on one barefoot. Been totally terrified of them ever since. Like I just freeze and it's like back away. You know, it's like I'll turn a corner and I'll see a roach and it might as well be like, you know, it might as well like have drawn a gun on me. It's like, oh. Ew. But we're getting better. So anyway, that kept me off of seeing the Mimic films for a while. But this was, I think this was $8, which is a hell of a bargain for this set. And I wanted to see it to try seeing it for a while. So we went for it. And I don't think I'm going to be disappointed, especially with, you know, Guillermo del Toro. It's great. But the real prizes were our next two titles. So, for some reason, that seller had an insane deal on Vestron Video. So, class of 1999 here, with the slipcover, which is long out of print to my knowledge. This was $10, which is nuts. Like, again, similar situation to the Warlock collection. I don't know what's going on, but suddenly a lot of Vestron Video's titles got really affordable. So I have no idea what this movie is about, but Vestron Video. I haven't been disappointed with a blind buy since I bought The Unholy, and even that wasn't too bad. So plus it helps finish out my Vestron Video collection, which turns out I only was missing a couple things from. And what comes up on the back of this? Yeah, it looks like there's a pretty good... Man, it is tough to get this in focus. There's a pretty good selection of stuff on the back there. There we go. So we'll get to at least learn about it. School safety. I wonder if this is a sequel to Class of '84. Which I do have, and that's pretty, which I have too, and that's pretty good. So, you know, I'm assuming it's at least a similar concept. And then the entire reason I bought stuff from this guy in the first place. So Slaughter High, Vestron Video, brand new with the slip, like, oh my god, and it was $13. Like, ah. You still see this on Amazon for like $28. Like, it is one of the more expensive Vestron titles for sure, hands down. And I was so stoked to find it. And it's got a pretty good amount of stuff on it too. So all the Vestron Video titles really have a pretty solid list of extras. And that really kicked off this whole buying kick, because I had somebody alert me. It's like, hey, Slaughter High is $13 on, you know, so and so on eBay. What? So we ran there right away. we found this. We found Class of '99, and it was there was some deal where if you buy more than 2 titles, you get like a discount, and so the Mimic collection rounded out that little thing there. So we got these even cheaper. So Class of '99's slipcover is a little slightly messed up, but I won't even notice. So overall, it was a pretty good haul. Especially excited, still excited for this, and I was really happy to see that again. And then these were just like crazy town in terms of affordability. So I've especially wanted to visit this for a while because I've been kind of a slasher junkie this past year or so. So yeah, well, hope you had fun, and we'll be back with even more mail because we went crazy on this stuff. And round 3.